You're listening to the Peasinner Network. For more great podcasts, go to peasinner.com.au.
Peasinner
and Co.
The weave is broken. Those of might and magic are fallen. Factions fly to fill the vacuum of power as the spell plague brings destruction across the Forgotten Realms. Two heroes meet in the abandoned ruins of the Sword Coast town of Leylon. Women skilled in sword and sorcery, upon whose shoulders rests the fate of the entire Forgotten Realm.
Wait. Is he talking about us?
I sure hope not, because that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Oh, gods.
Welcome to Best Left Forgotten, the deliberately unofficial and uncanon D&D actual play podcast. My name is Nathan Corderio, the Dungeon Master for this show.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I play Clarrybelle Trobleader, the second-level Hildwolf Barbarian.
My name is Jess Wolfendale, and I play Flick Goldkind, the Circle of Stars Druid Gnome.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have leveled up to level 2 in between episode 1 and 2 of our podcast.
We're buff. We can go to endgame now. We are ready to roll.
That's right. Clark doesn't know what's coming. In case you've forgotten, Flick and Clarrybelle are given a mission by Sildar Hallwinter of the Lord's Alliance to travel to Phandalin and deliver a scroll case to one Gundren Rockseeker. On the way, they discovered Sildar's elk abandoned on the road. They encountered some goblins who revealed that Sildar had been trying to help them deal with a crazed bugbear called Clarg. Heading to the cave and facing Clarg in an almost deadly battle, they discovered that he too was overtaken by a magic that produced blue flame. A magic that seemed to emanate from a blue glass orb that Clarrybelle smashed during the combat, before they rescued Sildar and made their way back to the road. All right, let's jump straight in. So you, Flick and Clarrybelle, with Sildar on her elk behind you, are traveling towards Phandalin. You move down this small trail that's just off the main Tribor trail. And as you approach, you can hear many voices, almost like a crowd. And as you approach, it gets louder and louder and louder, and you see quite a high wall as you approach Phandalin and a gate. And you see a crowd of 40, 50 people all lined up to head into Phandalin at the gate. Groups of people in different sets of clothing, some matching, some seem really hodgepodge, some with bows, some with arrows, some with staves. They appear to all be moving in kind of small groups.
It looks like we weren't the only ones that had the idea of coming to Phandalin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got someone really important with us. Maybe we can, cut the queue a little.
We could sure try.
Yeah.
I look to the elk for their opinion.
The elk just stares into the distance, doesn't make any eye contact.
Wow. So powerful.
So majestic.
So are you going to push forward or are you going to join the line?
I mean, I feel bad cutting.
Why don't we just talk to some folks?
Yeah, like get an idea of what's going on, why there are so many people.
And I'm going to tap the person in front of us on the shoulder.
Beautiful. It is a muscular man with a halberd in his hand, out for some reason. Hello.
Hello, sir. We're trying to get into Phandalin. We're just wondering why the hubbub, why the big line?
There is always big line to Phandalin. It is where many adventurers start journey. We are all here to begin our path to adventuring and riches. You too, eh?
Oh, we've already started.
Oh, you Mrs. and Mrs. Big Shot, eh?
Yeah, we got an elk.
So you do. Sounds delightful. And he turns around.
I'm just imagining like the NPC conversation options box.
If we talk to him, it'll be the same sentence. Excellent NPC interaction.
Well, I guess if it's always here, we maybe just wait and see if the line clears up soon.
Yeah?
Otherwise, I say we wait like 20 minutes, and if we're still all the way back here, we just start pushing through.
We could also ask Silda. She's like, we could wake her up.
I nominate you.
Okay. Yeah.
I look at the elk. I'm like,
do you think she'll be okay if we wake her up?
Up until now, The elk has just kind of been doing its thing. You've given it its order that it's going to the local town, and you followed. This conversation now, it looks at you. Doesn't speak, doesn't move, just looks at you. And you know that attempting to awaken Silda would be a bad idea.
Thank you. Yeah. No, we should just wait. See how fast the line's going?
Already the line is moving forward. It seems pretty efficient.
Oh, okay. Cool. Great. Yeah. We wait.
follow.
You wait for about 15 minutes in line before you come to the front of the gate, which is completely barred. And there's a small counter behind which sits an old, quite large, elven woman. Next.
Oh, hello. We'd like to get in, please. We've got someone who's in need of a little bit of medical attention.
State your business. Let me guess. Adventuring.
That is correct, yes.
Yeah, but also we've got someone who needs medical attention.
Yes, my name is Clarrybelle Trollbleeder. This is my companion, Flick, and we are currently escorting Sildar Hallwinter of the Lord's Alliance. She is in need of some medical attention. We were hoping we could find that in the city. We're also on a quest of importance from her as well.
Look, I'm gonna write adventuring, okay?
That's fine. Yeah, it's a good all-rounder.
Yeah, what I said was quite long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Have you got any illegal goods on you?
I don't know the law, but I'm going to say no.
Fantastic. What is the nature of your quest?
And she does it with air quotes.
To deliver an object.
To where?
The tavern?
Yeah, to a fella at the tavern.
The tavern? You're new to Phandalin, aren't you?
No, we have the name of the tavern somewhere. I wrote it down.
That would be great. There's several.
Stone Hall Inn? Is that what it was? Stone?
The groan shudders you to your core.
The Stonehill Inn.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And do you believe you'll be staying there as well? Or will you be camping on the streets like the other lovely people?
Well, I am, as I'm sure you can tell, a lady who takes some care in her appearance. So I would love to stay somewhere with a feather mattress and preferably a mirror.
I'm going to put down Stonehill Inn.
Sounds good.
Thank you. It is my duty to let you know that if you are breaking any laws, you will be removed instantly, perhaps at punishment of death. Or removal of 1 to 3 limbs.
Why did you look at me when you said that?
Do you agree to these conditions? Thank you. Please enjoy Phandalin. Next!
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
And the gate opens before you and you head into Phandalin. And immediately there is hustle and bustle everywhere. Now working out, you see adventuring parties all over the place. On the sides of the roads, people setting up tents, people sparring with wooden swords, looking through spell books, scrolling. A couple of bards have met and are singing. It's like you walked into Disneyland. Like, it's just a nightmare. There are people everywhere, and there seems to be no order at all.
I immediately grab Flick's hand. Buddy system?
Yeah, absolutely. I grab the fur of the elk.
The elk looks down and glares at you.
Buddy system.
I sort of hover my hand next to the elk.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
The elk begins to walk through Phandalin, but allowing you to take the lead.
Yeah, fantastic.
Is there like a map, like a you are here information center?
There is not, but there is a very clear path heading further in.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess we just walk, and then if we don't find the Stonehill Inn in the next little while, then I guess we start asking for directions.
Yeah.
You follow the path for a little bit, and then there's a point where it splits. So you can go right or continue on the path, and you find the map that you were searching for. On top of the map, it says Phandalin, and underneath it says The Strip. And there is a map of this long road upon which are several taverns, clearly set up to accept the enormous amount of people heading into Phandalin. And at the end of that is a hill that goes up towards Tresendar Manor, which you can see up on the top of the hill.
All right, so we can locate the inn we are heading to.
Absolutely. So the Stonehill Inn is the first one along the strip.
Oh.
Well, that's quite convenient.
Yeah.
As you look at the sign, Clarrybelle, a person taps you on the shoulder.
I turn around.
You see quite a strong, tall man. Very, very muscular, but in a kind of a bulky way. He has an eye patch, and along one arm is wrapped a red kind of piece of fabric. Nice elk.
Thank you. Can I help you at all, sir?
Looks like you're new to Phandalin. Perhaps you could come with us. We could help you out. And he starts to kind of push you along just off the path.
I plant my feet and I reach just so my hand is on my maul.
Sir, I may look like a pretty naive young thing, but I will rip off your fingers if you try and move me any further than you are.
Oh my God.
And I flutter my eyelashes.
Behind you, you hear another voice. Oh, is that true? And there's a really small, thin, little like pointy nose guy.
Oh, this is beautiful.
So you think you miss Big Shot coming into our town, huh?
I just think that I've got 'em all and I know how to swing it, sir.
I could say the same thing.
Okay, it looks like we've all gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Anybody ask you, lady?
No?
And he pushes you.
I immediately step right up to him. I don't know whether he's taller or shorter than me. I'm 4'1".
This guy is slightly taller than you. The big muscular guy is much taller than you.
I'm stepping up to the weaselly guy.
Yeah.
Getting as close up into his face as I can.
Yep.
I swear to all the gods in the ether, if you lay another hand on this here lady, I will hit you, and it will hurt.
Oh, yeah?
And he pushes her again.
I swing.
Roll a hit.
Oh, no.
Well, that's a natural one.
Yikes.
He doesn't move. You just miss him completely. Nice hit, girly.
We've got business. We should just go.
Can you roll initiative?
Yeah.
Yes, Clarrybelle or Flick?
That was a dirty 20.
Nice.
Flick.
18.
Clarrybelle, what do you do?
I would like to rage.
Okay.
Then I would love, the weasel has really, really gotten on my nerves. So I would like to, screw it, level 2, I'm going to reckless attack this weasel.
Ooh. Roll to reckless.
Oh my gosh. Hope he has a low AC, because that was a 12.
That misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought it might.
Flick, it's you.
It's me.
I am going to bonus action cast Shillelagh. Yep. Cast Shillelagh on my staff, and I'm going to. You're dealing with the weasel.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
I'm going to attempt to just quick little jab to the back of the knee of the big guy.
Okay, roll to hit.
25.
A 25 definitely hits
Very
the
exciting.
big thug.
8.
Cool. And he does start to slowly buckle. The weaselly guy looks at you, Clarrybelle,
Oh, yeah?
and pulls out a little dagger and goes to stab you in the side
He can try.
with a 16 to hit, which doesn't hit you.
Oh, big girl.
Wow, I hate him. This is the first NPC I've actually hated. Congratulations, you did it.
And the big guy goes to slap you across the face
Wow. Oh,
with a 21.
my goodness.
You take 5 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
straight across the face.
Tears well.
Oh, I'm going to rules lawyer myself here. He would have had advantage on the roll to hit me because I recklessed.
Oh.
So he can roll again.
He's going to miss.
Okay, great.
Thank you for letting me know.
Because I assume it's back to me,
It is.
and I'm going to reckless again.
Yeah, you are.
Come get me.
Oh my gosh. One higher, 13.
13 unfortunately misses.
Oh my.
Too upset. He's
Genuinely.
too annoying.
Rolled a 2 and an 8.
Oh my goodness.
It's kind of like a piggy in the middle situation where you go and he like kind of dodges out of the way
Yeah.
and he's like,
What?
flick.
He slapped me across the face.
Yeah, straight across the face.
I'm going to slap him across the face with my staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might not. 14.
14 just hits. So yes, you were very close, Clarrybelle.
6 points of damage.
Fantastic. He takes 6 points of damage. All right. The Weasley guy is going to look at you and like pull his hands up to his eyes and pretend to cry. And pull out another dagger and stab you on the other side.
Didn't he already have the first dagger still?
Yes. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll
which
hit.
will hit. So you're going to take 5 slashing damage, which is halved to 2. And can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, gosh. 10.
Okay. You take 5 points of poison damage.
Okay.
How do you like that one?
The elk
Yes!
rises up and slams him directly in the face. And he takes 7 points of damage.
Excellent.
The big guy. Ooh. And slaps like across the face.
He has one move.
But it's going to miss with a big 10.
I know
10
it's
to hit.
coming this time because he did the exact same thing.
Yeah, just like a step back. Beautiful. Clarrybelle.
Okay. I'm going to reckless again because at this point I've rolled my d20 about 7 times and none of them have been over 10. So it's got to be the
It's gotta
time
be.
where I hit a number that hits him. Okay. That's going to be 22 to hit.
22 hits.
We made it, folks. That's some spicy damage. That's 15 points of bludgeoning damage to my boy.
Okay. Beautiful. Are you intending it to be lethal?
We're in the city limits, aren't we?
Yeah.
This will be non-lethal damage, but I do want to give his skull a good hearty crack.
Okay, fantastic. Full cartoon style, you whack him across the head, spins, and falls flat on the ground, making this noise as he falls.
And I'd like to turn to the big hulking one.
Now about those fingers. I believe I promised to rip them off for you.
Flick, it's your turn.
I'm intimidated on his behalf. All right, so having stepped back from that one and him probably overshot a little bit with that, I'm just going to step in and try to just do a good little flick with my staff to the back of his head, try to take him down.
Give it a go.
I think that's the same thing. 14.
Still just hits.
7 damage.
Ooh. Can you call highs or lows?
Lows.
Okay.
Is he falling on top of Flick?
He sways towards you and then falls backwards on the ground.
Oh my goodness. Are you okay?
I'm fine. My hair's a little out of place, and my tummy feels a little funny. But other than that, I'm okay.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I turned to the elk. Thank you so much. You're incredible.
The elk begins to walk further down the pathway.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Before we leave, and this is shenanigans,
Yep.
Please.
I would like to pull some string out of my pack, and I would like to curl a couple of the thug's fingers over and just tie them under his hand so that when he wakes up, because he doesn't seem very smart, when he first looks at his
my
hand,
goodness.
he might think that some of his fingers are missing. Just that split
Fabulous.
second.
While you're doing that, I go ahead and tie the other guy's shoelaces together.
Nice.
You do so.
I high five you.
You don't get much verbal from people, but the people around you, there seems to be a bit of like, oh, like you're the crowd to watch.
I love it.
Yeah, we are.
And as we start walking down the road, I just fix your hair a little bit. I mean, I know it's a bird's nest
it's a
of
bird's
tangle,
nest.
but I turn it back into the bird's nest of tangle that it normally is.
Thank you. I did cry a little bit from the slaps.
You continue to move down the strip of Phandalin, and you can see a whole host of buildings along your right. Some normal plain wood. You notice one further down seems to be kind of lit up in a way. Looks very beautiful, almost like a casino. And to your left, there's just a grass patch filled with tents of people who clearly couldn't get into the inn. Of all these adventuring parties looking for their first taste of adventure here in Phandalin.
Bless.
But the first building you arrive at is the Stonehill Inn. And you head inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the elk coming in?
The elk will happily wait outside.
Okay.
Would you like to leave Silda on the elk?
Like, no.
I'm going to take my cues from what Flick has been doing, and I'm going to look towards the elk.
Considering what just happened a few minutes ago, I think it would be best if we took Sildar inside with us. Not that I don't trust you, I just think if 3 or 4 people come and flock, they could get to Sildar before you could stop them all on your own.
You are flat on your back before you realize what is happening. And the elk is standing on top of you.
Oh, hey, it's okay. Was just a question.
The elk kind of nods at you, saying, I think I've made myself clear, and moves back and kind of parks itself next to the Stonehill Inn.
We might go get some, like, medical help and bring it out here. Does that sound okay?
It lifts its head and looks off into the distance, ignoring you.
So majestic.
Even the way that it just knocked me to the ground.
It was beautiful.
I am in awe. Not many things can do
Poetry.
that to me.
Yeah.
We go inside.
Yeah.
You head towards the inn, and you got to go inside, and the door is locked.
Huh?
Are the lights on?
It appears so.
I'm not.
The little eye slot opens up. Hello?
Hi. We're here to see someone. Can we talk to you?
Do you have a booking?
We're here to see Gundren Rockseeker. We're on important business from the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah.
We're accepting no new people, thank you. And the eye slot closes. Hello? Do you have a booking?
Yeah, we have a booking with Gundren Rockseeker.
I'm sorry, Gundren has a room on his end. Thank you.
We're just we're sending him some mail. So if
I'm sorry, but we're not accepting any mail or people with the current situation in the town. Thank you.
Okay, what's the current situation in the town?
I am unsure.
Is it just like how many people there are? That seems like an ongoing situation.
Hello, do you have a booking?
Mail delivery.
I'm sorry, we're not accepting any mail with the current problems. I'm
What's
sorry.
What is
current
that current
situation?
Can you make a persuasion check?
Both of us?
Whoever would like to do the talking.
I will assist you.
It's still an 8.
Okay. I have no interest in accepting new people because I don't know if you're one of those ruffians or not.
Oh, we just knocked out some ruffians. Do you think if we went and got the unconscious bodies of the ruffians and like pulled them over and showed her that
You know who would get us in? Sildar. Do we risk the wrath?
You know, I think we find someone who lives here that is less snippy.
Excellent.
And I go looking for someone who looks like they belong to the city rather than an adventure.
Can you roll a perception check?
Flat 10.
Flat 10. You look around. You're taking something in. Everybody here seems like adventurers. And you look around again, and you notice there aren't any houses.
Or are there any guards?
Not that you can see. It seems like the town exclusively exists as like an adventurer tourist hotspot, and that nobody actually lives here as far as you can see.
That's horrible.
I guess we look for someone who's been here the longest then.
I guess. Or we could just find a healer maybe.
Is anyone a healer? Excuse me? Healers? We're looking for healing.
Hello.
Hello?
Do we see anyone?
You don't see anybody for what is like an awkwardly long amount of time. And then standing like literally next to you, somebody who you thought was a signpost is this incredibly tall and thin, high elven man. Like crazy thin, wearing this long brown cloak with this long brown beard on this kind of sallow, pale face. Yes? You're looking for healing?
Yeah, we've got someone in need of some healing, please.
Certainly, my child. And he reaches out and puts his hand on your shoulder.
not me.
I move back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my
Not
child.
me
And
either. Not me either.
The one on the elk.
Point.
turns around. Oh,
As we start walking towards the elk, I'd like to insight check this man.
okay. Roll an insight check.
Just gonna fully
I want to make sure he's legit.
No, absolutely.
Gosh.
You okay?
I'm not okay. That's a 5.
He looks perfectly fine. He seems like an old guy, but There's no reason to think he's suspicious.
I'm perfectly content for this man to lay hands on a very important person and attempt to heal them.
Yep.
Anyway, he places his hands on Silda.
Is he doing anything?
And he steps back. I've done all I can.
Wow.
We are such idiots.
Yep.
Please, if you need anything further, do let me know. Ambrosia.
Hello.
Hello. Ambrosia.
I'm Clarrybelle.
Thank you. My children. And he, without turning around, just slowly walks backwards into the crowd.
I check on Sildar.
Silda does look better.
Oh, wow.
Is she awake?
Yes, she has been mostly awake this whole time, just completely conked out, like a concussion of some kind.
But she's looking a bit better.
She's looking a bit better. What?
Hi.
Hello.
We made it to Phandalin, but
Phandalin.
yeah.
That is not why I'm headed. I am headed to Neverwinter.
I know we needed to get you some healing, though.
What happened?
You kind of got rushed by a bugbear and strung up by your ankles.
A bugbear.
He was spitting blue fire. It was pretty intense for a second there. Flick almost died.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're actually trying to do the thing you asked us to. We're trying to get to Gundren, but the person at the end says they're not letting anyone new in, and we were thinking maybe with your name and your influence, you could get us in to see him.
Certainly, I will give it a try. And she kind of goes to hop off and goes and falls off of the elk.
Oh, dear.
I lift her up.
Thank you. Let's go. And she begins to walk towards the
I
end.
am spotting her actively.
Absolutely.
And she approaches the inn door and knocks twice. And the third knock is her falling onto the door.
Yoink.
Ugh. I don't know how much clearer I can make it.
This is Sildar of the Lord's
I am
Alliance.
Sildar Hallwinter of the Lord's Alliance, and I am here to see a person.
Gundren Rock's here.
Gundren Rockseeker, my friend and ally. I think I made myself clear.
Could you just tell him we're here and he can come down? We don't need to come in.
Look, you people seem pretty square, okay? You people seem pretty square. I will let you in.
Oh.
If you sort out those ruffians down at the manor.
Which ones?
Was there like a weaselly one and a really big buff guy? Because we already knocked them out.
Well, there's more than two. Let's just be clear, okay?
Okay.
There are, down at the manor, they're the people, you can recognize them, they wear these red sashes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we definitely hit a couple of those
Yep.
folks.
Well, great. Go down to the manor and sort them out.
Okay, yeah. Can we maybe leave Sildar here?
All right.
I think that went very well.
You did great.
Are you feeling up to some fighting, or do you want us to just leave you here with your elk friend?
Of course I feel up to some fighting. And she goes to pull out her broadsword and lifts it up to the sky and then teeters over and falls on the ground.
I think we'll leave her with the elk.
What's your elk's name, by the way? I've been wondering.
They would prefer I did not speak it.
Okay, I understand. Excuse me, Mr. Elk, sir. Hi. Would you mind if we left Sildar under your guiding hooves?
Again, bends down, lifts Hilda up with its antlers.
Such a majestic creature.
I turn to Sildar.
Sildar, if you could just guard the inn so that if like Gundren goes to go somewhere, you could intercept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. We're all doing something meaningful.
Yep.
And I walk towards the manor.
I follow.
You walk down the strip of Phandalin and you pass by a number of buildings. You pass down that casino building, which is the Shrine of Luck written upon it. You pass by another building called the Silver Hammer. There seems to be a brand new building, almost as if it's not seen any customers yet, called the Sweet and Sour Snapdragon. And if a building could be the epitome of dust, there's another one called the Sleeping Giant Inn, which sits at the foot of the hill. You continue up towards the manor, and you arrive at the doors.
I would like to be stealthy.
Roll stealthy. You may both roll stealthy.
All my dice hate me.
Yep.
That is a 9.
It's a 6.
Okay.
Are there any windows that I could peek into?
All the windows appear to be covered.
Fabulous.
Are we supposed to go in? Are they in there?
Maybe they could be out. I'd like to sneak in and have a look.
All right, maybe we shouldn't take the front door.
Yeah, let's look for a back door.
Yeah.
Okay. You head around the outside. At one time, this manor would have been beautifully manicured and would have been very, very well kept up. That is not the case now. It appears incredibly run down and looks like the front has been cleaned. Lots of overgrowth, which means there's lots of places for you to hide, even though poorly. You head around the corner and you do find a little service entrance.
Yeah?
All right, let's do it.
What's our game plan, by the way? Are we killing these people?
We're just meant to take care of them. Maybe if we, knock them all out, tie them all up.
That'll be long enough to, yeah?
It gets a bit morally. There doesn't seem to be any guards around.
No, this is very morally gray.
You know what? I say if they try and kill us, it's fine for us to kill them.
I feel like that's perpetuating violence over a long period of time, but we just got here. I guess that's the way.
Let's just see what we see.
Yeah.
And we'll start sneaking into the service entrance.
Okay. It's locked.
Do you have anything that can help with that?
Don't think so.
I can break it down, but that'll make noise.
That seems loud. Maybe can I borrow a couple of your hairpins? Maybe we can try to move them around in there.
I certainly have hairpins to spare.
Excellent.
And I'll pull a couple of the pins out of my perfectly pinned curls.
Having never picked a lock before, I would like to shove the hairpin in and move it up and down.
Can you roll a d20, please? Just a flat d20.
Absolutely.
Crit, crit, crit.
I did technically crit.
Just the wrong end? That seems narratively correct.
Yeah.
You put the hairpins in and you begin to play and wiggle, and you're like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. You're getting further in, you're getting further in, you're getting further in. And then both hairpins are now inside the lock and out of your reach.
Oh, dear. I think I did something wrong. I'm sorry.
I have more hairpins.
Yeah,
We can try again.
Maybe it's just a really long lock and we have to use multiple. Maybe it wasn't long enough if we keep trying.
I can give you more pins, or I can just knock the door down.
Oh, I feel like we really don't want to knock. Maybe there's an open window or we climb up to the roof or something.
What was the lock? What kind of lock is on the door? Could I smash just the lock?
You could smash the knob off, yes.
Excellent.
I'd like to attempt to do that.
Yes, I will allow athletics.
Can get your hairpins back.
13.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
You break off the lock and the door kind of swings open slightly. You heading in?
Yes.
Okay. You head straight in and you are in what appears to be some kind of kitchen area. And standing in the kitchen is a man holding what appears to be some kind of sandwich. Hello?
Hello, sir. That looks real good. What you eating today?
Just a sandwich.
Oh, that looks real good.
We're the local building inspectors, and we can't help but notice that this mansion is going into disrepair.
The lock on the back door, it just fell off. There's a bunch of hairpins in there. We don't know what's been happening.
And are you the owner of this fine establishment? We just have some paperwork we need you to look at.
Can you roll a persuasion check?
Do I get help from Flick?
Sure.
That's an 18.
No. I should probably ask class staff. He's the one who runs the... What do you need to look at?
We need to check the foundation, the insulation. We need to make sure that all of your fireplaces are up to code so that there's no breakouts of any potential fires.
Fires spread quickly, It doesn't just affect you guys. It affects the whole town.
Especially in an old place like this. And I knock on the wood, and I'm trying to knock on it This is such a weird ask. I'm trying to knock on the wood of the wall so that it cracks the wood so it looks like the wood was bad, but I'm actually having to put a lot of effort into it, but I want it to look like I didn't put a lot of effort into
Yes.
Let's just make it an athletics check, a flat athletics roll.
Foolproof plan.
Come on, baby.
We'll have a variety of success, degrees of success.
That's a 22.
Okay, you successfully break off a piece of the wood and manage to make it look as if it didn't require too much effort.
Oh dear, look at that.
Gee, that's bad.
We just want you guys to be safe, you know.
Yeah, we'd hate for the walls to come crumbling while you were sleeping. Do you know how many people die per year from shoddy workmanship and their houses just fall on top of them in their sleep? It's a lot more than you'd imagine, sir.
That sounds terrible.
It is so tragic. I've been to 4 funerals this year alone.
Hello, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
What can I do to help you?
Well, if you could go and find the fine owner of this establishment, I think
Oh, we're not allowed to speak to him.
Then maybe you could show us around, you know, just like a little tour of the place would really help us, you know, like get a start, and then maybe we could reach out.
Okay.
we really just want to make sure that you and your family or whoever else is living here with you is safe.
Does this guy have a red band on his arm, by the way?
He does.
Okay. Yeah. That would be real
Or
wild.
the wrong house.
Wrong mansion.
In fact, maybe, well, I know I'm quite worried about the foundations. Maybe if you could come outside with us and you could show us, we're looking for like the sewage line. We're looking for places where there could potentially be structural weaknesses.
Well, good luck with that. And he begins to kind of walk into the main area away from the kitchen.
I mean, do we just like follow him like he said?
We could do that.
Absolutely. I don't know what our game plan is here, but we've started a line. We're rolling with it. You know, I just say, oh, thank you so much. You know, we really appreciate that, and follow him like he's just invited us in.
Okay.
Confidence.
He walks out of the kitchen immediately into kind of a main area. There seems to be a smaller door out of the kitchen, not the main one that would be used to a dining room.
Yep.
And you're into kind of this main, almost ballroom space, which has a number of notable features. The first is an enormous crevasse that heads down underground into the middle.
Now that's a structural weakness.
I immediately like pull parchment out of my pack and just start disapprovingly taking notes.
That's the first thing that you notice, that it's heading underground. The second thing you notice is several bugbear with red fabric around their arms sitting around. This appears to be the living space. There are a number of bedrolls, there are some tables set around, and they're playing cards.
Oh, now would you look at that? This is exactly the kind of thing we were talking about.
I mean, that kind of fissure inside a building of this size could definitely cause load-bearing beams to just crack and cave in.
One tremor, that's all you need.
And I'm going to start walking around the room and like knocking on wood and then putting my ear and listening and like, and taking a note and then walking to another wall and knocking again.
One of the bugbears stands.
What? Who's this you brought in here?
Well, they said they were from the construction company.
Construction company? Here?
Yeah, we're the building inspectors. We've kind of been keeping an eye on the buildings in Phandalin, and we noticed that the mansion has been falling into disrepair. We're here to make sure that it's not going to hurt anyone with any structural faults or dangers.
You know, absolutely. You don't have to commit to anything right now. It's a free quote. No commitments, absolutely. We'll give you, you know, a rundown of what you've got, what the sort of, what you're looking at in terms of cost.
I will say that big fissure in the middle of this ballroom space is going to hack up the price some.
But, you know, bulk billing, when a large project like this, you can really round down the costs.
Can you make a persuasion check?
Am I assisting?
Sure.
Come on, baby.
14, I think.
Okay.
We ain't never had no complaints about this before. Who do you say you work for? Building inspector, where you come from?
We are an independent business that is, we work for a small amount of profit, but really we're just out here trying to do some good work. And you said you've never received any complaints before. You see, that's why we're here. We really want to up the standards in this community and make sure that everyone's safe as can be, like we were saying to your companion here. A lot of deaths can result from like the simplest thing, and I don't know whether this is a simple thing.
Well, with a 3 on the die, a 4 on the die, which becomes a 3.
Yes.
Well, that sounds fair to me. You just do your own work, and we'll continue to do what we're doing.
Yep, we're just going to take a quick walk around, get a feel for the place, and, we'll come back to you at the end of it. We'll have a bit of a conference, and...
Can I just ask your line of work? I don't need specifics. I just need to know if what you're doing is at all affecting the structure of this building. Like, is there any hard labor that's being done? Is there any movement of large materials?
We are just living here.
Well, that sounds just...
residential.
Write down. Tick a box. Oh my God. What is this lie?
I'm going to continue walking around this room and like knocking on beams. And then I want to walk over to the fissure and like, I want to pull out my rope and pretend to be measuring.
Okay.
And while I'm measuring, I want to see if I can peek down and see what's going on down in there.
Okay, there appears to be quite a clear path down the fissure.
Is there an upstairs?
There is.
All right, I sort of like look at you and like sort of go,
I don't know if we should split up.
I'll just look like at the stairs.
Okay.
And see if I can have a peek up there. Okay.
I'm just going to, like walk up the stairs, but like do the thing where you like put your weight on it and like creak it a few times before you go up to see where the...
Certainly. You approach the stairs in the room. First one, fine. Second one, fine. You keep walking up. And there's a little bit of creaking and cracking as you go up.
Oh, dear.
Do you continue?
Can I skip that step?
Okay, you skip that step.
Yep.
And so you kind of do a little light hop. The entire staircase begins to crumble underneath you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
And Flick dies.
Oh no, what did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Oh God.
Okay, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the pieces of the staircase from above and below kind of fall upon you.
Well, that seems quite bad.
Well, you see why this inspection is so important.
I'm okay. I'll put it on the bill.
Climb up out of the rubble. Still writing on the notepad that I pulled out.
I turn to whichever bugbear looks the most in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Considering just how deadly the weaknesses in this structure seem to be, I'm going to need to see how deep this fissure goes before I can know exactly how dangerous it is for y'all to keep living in this house.
I don't know about that. Glass staff tells us not to interrupt him while he's working.
Oh, I won't interrupt. I just need to see how far it goes down because, if this
Quiet
thing
as mice.
If this thing is deeper than 50 feet, then I mean, death is imminent for all of you.
Death, you say?
I mean, you saw what happened with the stairs. I would hate for the ceilings and the walls to crumble in like that from you just leaning.
My nose is absolutely bleeding.
Well, I guess we should allow it. Please be careful down there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
And I would just ask that no one leans on any of the walls until we come back.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll start walking down the stairs.
I follow.
Okay, not a stairs. It's just like the whole floor is crumbling in. You're heading inside
okay.
the hill.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
okay, great. Yeah.
I'm just looking at you with wild eyes like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
I am very hurt. That hurt.
I can't help you with that.
Okay, hold on.
No, I should absolutely cast Cure Wounds on myself. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
that's fair.
I can't. I was like, can I justify waiting? Absolutely not. I have 6 hit points.
You head down and it eventually becomes a cavern. You've entered into a cave system that seems to be built into the hill. It's quite dark, and even though you have your dark vision, it's becoming kind of difficult to see. Dim light, black and white. You continue downwards. It's been a continual downward slope. And what you've actually found is that across that path, these large beams have fallen, creating these kind of little bridges across. And you see one of these beams has fallen and created a bridge across this gap. And there's some light coming from a little corner there after about 10 minutes heading down.
And I'm going to turn to look at Flick.
Your druidy magics.
Uh-huh.
They let you turn into critters.
I think so. I was taught how to do it, but I've never actually tried it before.
If you turned into something real small, could you scout for us?
Yeah.
And make sure that just check what that light is before we just walk straight towards
I could give it a go.
I mean, if you're not comfortable, that's fine. I just thought it would be better than us blundering in.
You know, there's no time like the present. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I turn into a little spider.
Okay, you turn into a little
spider. So I sit down on the ground and I meditate for a second and I really think spider thoughts.
Okay. You think spider thoughts. And you turn into a spider. And you cannot speak.
I'm trying to say, oh my goodness, it worked. What do you hear?
Incredible.
Okay. And I jump up and down a couple of times, which is terrifying from a spider.
And you begin to cross the bridge towards the light.
Yeah.
As you approach the opening, it's kind of a little doorway, and you head in, and it seems to be set up as a small office space. There is a bedroll, a desk, and a kind of a table that seems to be set up for brewing potions. And there is a man with a long, thin beard holding a staff made of glass. And you can hear some music, and you kind of look around in your spidery way, and you find that it's coming from a little pebble. Some beautiful orchestral music. And he kind of wanders about the space, working on some potions. And you can hear him singing to himself. As he drops something into a beaker.
All I could think of was Le Poisson.
That may or may not have been the opening to Le Poisson. Le Poisson. Copyright strike.
It's less than 10 seconds. Good. Anything else in the space that I should be aware of?
Not that you can see.
All right. And is this the only way forward? Like that's the only thing sort of in the room?
This is you cannot exit aside from where you came in.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I head back to Clarrybelle. And with the shortest ever use of wild shape, I spider sit in a meditative pose and think human thoughts. Well, think gnome thoughts rather. That would be wild.
You become a gnome.
Wow, it worked. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that was incredible.
Thank you.
I ain't never seen nothing like it.
It was crazy. I could see like way further around than I usually would. There was a bunch of eyes and I couldn't blink them all at the same time. Anyway, there's a man. There's a man with a beard and he's making potions.
Did he look dangerous?
He had a staff. He had a staff made of glass.
All right. I mean,
you have heard several people refer to a figure as glass staff.
Yes.
It's up to you if you want to put two and two together.
Oh, absolutely not.
For some reason, a staff made of glass is ringing a bell, but I can't think why.
Oh, it's because the bugbear we fought, he had a bunch of glass.
Oh, right. Yeah. He was throwing around big pillars of glass.
Big pillars of glass.
Yeah.
It's like a staff. That's the only room.
Well, I mean, we have to solve this problem if we want to talk to Gundren, and we have to talk to Gundren if we want to impress Sildar. So we kind of have to go forward.
What if we just take something and say we solved the problem?
I mean, I feel like that'll come back to bite us pretty quick.
Maybe, but also killing this guy probably will also come back to bite us.
I mean, we could just have a conversation. What if we pretend to be good folks who are looking to join his merry band?
What if this is the guy they said he didn't like being interrupted, though?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we just wait for him to be done.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
We'll post up.
All right.
We'll do some more building inspecting. I mean, we're here anyway, and we might as well. Like this bridge? Yeah.
I haven't been counting steps, but I think we're pretty deep.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
We wait.
Okay. You wait for about an hour.
Okay.
And then this figure comes out. As it walks across the bridge, quite daintily, because it is quite a thin bridge.
I would like to be pretend inspecting the walls.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh,
Go back to my
hello.
notepad.
Are you the proprietor of the fine establishment above our heads?
And who might you be?
We're the building inspectors.
And who let you down here? And you see him kind of ready his stuff a little bit.
Literally everybody.
I mean, we walked in and the walls were just caving in on themselves. The stairs caved in on my good fellow compatriot here. And so we thought we might investigate the big fissure in the middle of the house. Generally, something like that is the cause of the structural problems that are occurring.
You know, we're almost done here. We'll have the quote all drawn up for you. You can take a look at it at your own leisure. Absolutely, you know.
This is not binding in any
Nope.
way.
Can you roll a persuasion check? Whoever would like to roll that
You,
persuasion
please.
check.
I have the +3.
Yeah.
22.
I see. I'm going to kindly request that you leave my property.
Oh, well, sure. Yep, if that's what you want. I think we got everything we need anyway.
I won't be looking for your quote. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a complimentary service, so we'll probably send it anyway. It's just a formality that occurs, but you can feel free to just throw that letter away.
I perhaps will consider throwing the letter away.
I'm slowly starting to walk
Yeah.
out of the building.
Well, I mean, we're in a cave. So
I know. Well,
it's a long
walk
time till we get to the
upwards.
building.
That's going to be a real awkward walk with him, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't solved this problem at all.
Well,
I
no,
think we've made
but,
it
like-
worse.
And he starts to approach you quite briskly.
Okay.
I start to walk slightly quicker.
He can walk faster than you because he is a human.
No.
And he reaches into his pocket. Oh, gosh. And he throws some kind of powder into your faces. Can you both make dexterity saving throws?
Ooh, would this fall under my danger sense?
Yeah.
Great.
19.
Yeah, 19 as well.
You both take 2 points of fire damage and manage to avoid being blinded.
Oh, good.
Incredible.
Can you roll
Initiative?
initiative?
Oh, no.
That's a 14 from Clarrybelle.
It's 4.
Clarrybelle, you're up.
I just swing at this man with my maul.
I crit! Yeah!
Get him. Get him.
And it's a 1 and a 2 on the damage die. So that's 9 points of bludgeoning damage to this
Not that
man.
bad.
Yeah, it could have been so much better. It's fine.
He is going to whack you with a staff
Okay.
with a 21 to hit.
Yep.
And you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And then he is going to move back across the bridge.
Okay.
This was perhaps unwise for you,
Ow.
Flick.
Maybe we should just go.
Looking at you, like, wait, no, you swung the mace. Never mind. Just, I'm going to reach out my hand and cast Guiding Bolt. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
That's okay. I unsuccessfully cast Guiding Bolt, which is fair because it's the first time I've ever done it.
Not a problem. Clarrybelle, we're back to you.
I take a couple of steps forwards and I throw a javelin. And miss with a 10.
It falls into the cavern. The man lifts out his arms and shakes his staff and disappears.
Oh, dear.
I don't like that at all.
And you hear of these running footsteps approaching you. Rolled very poorly on stealth.
Excellent.
Great.
Towards us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So he's now about 10 feet in front of you, Clarrybelle. Flick, it's your turn.
So do I know where he is?
You have a rough idea.
All right.
For me, this would allow you to attack. You would still have disadvantage, but you're like, okay, I know where he is rather than. Okay.
All right, great, good. I'm going to try Guiding Bolt him again.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage.
I believe.
You believe?
I believe.
13.
13 misses.
It's okay.
Clarrybelle, it's up to you.
I step forwards to where I believe that he is. And I will swing with my maul. Okay. This is doable, folks. That's an 18.
18 hits.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You hit him with 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Ugh, gods.
I'm a strong gal, sir.
He seems incredibly shocked that you have hit him when he is invisible.
Working in the business we do, we get very good at noticing threats that are hard to see or hear.
And he attempts to run around you, which is going to give you both an attack of opportunity.
Disadvantage still?
Disadvantage still, yes.
Ooh, 10.
10 misses.
5.
Okay, that also misses. Fantastic. We're back to Flick.
So he's like behind me now?
Yeah, he's run quite a distance though.
Great. Approximately how far away would you say he'd be?
Somewhere between 50 and 60 feet.
Oh my
Because he moves 30
goodness.
feet per round, he's dashing.
Wow. I can't catch up to that. I'm just going to go ahead and start running that way.
Okay. Clarrybelle.
All right. I run forwards movement to get within my range increment, and
Yep.
I'll throw my second to last javelin at him at disadvantage. That's 18 again.
That hits.
Excellent.
Come on, baby. Yes. Okay, that is 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh!
Yay! We killed an old man.
I do not feel bad about this at all.
No.
And the man falls.
Can we see him again?
His body does become visible. Thank you for
All right. No worries.
I would like to run up and loot the body.
Okay, you do so.
Awesome.
And you find a glass staff.
Yep.
You find 13 gold pieces.
Ooh.
And in his robe pocket, a folded note.
I read it.
It says, "Capture the rock seekers and deliver them to me."
Well, I'm real glad this note never went out.
Signed,
Oh.
the Black Spider. That's what we're going to call this session.
Oh my goodness. You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find us and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Left Podcast and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page where we post updates, info, and additional content. Music by Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Song list can be found in the episode description. Cover art by Caddy Wumpus, who can be found on Fiverr. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadro, our GM and producer. If you enjoyed our podcast today, please leave a review and tell your friends.